What it do, Niner fam? Man, this cat, he need to be an analyst. I don't see how Micah Parsons got his own like a little YouTube show and everything else because Micah Parsons want to be seen all the time. So he got a little YouTube, whatever it is. This is what this guy needs to do. This guy would, except Micah Parsons was like, I don't want this much money. Talk to my agent. Jerry Jones was going through a whole lot, so, you know what I'm saying? He left. This cat, he was like, oh, I want more money. Give him the money. Oh, I got the money. All right, I want to play. He remember they started and he kept dropping balls and then he got injured. All right, well, you're supposed to practice. He ain't practicing. He ain't doing nothing. Dude, what's up, man? You getting everything you want. Now, this is what it says. Brandon Aiyuk wants to play with Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. You feel me? Now, and even a lot of people, they saying a good riddance, BA, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now, this is so familiar. What gets me, you want to play with Jaden Daniels, so I understand that's your friend. It's the new generation. Instead, he'd rather give away all the money just to play with my friend. There's plenty of friends in the NFL. You guys go back. Go back and look on, they got in through the archives. Lynch, our general manager, his brother-in-law was playing on one of the teams. I forgot he was playing. This one, Lynch was safety for the Bucks. And his brother-in-law was playing on the other team. And everybody was teasing him like, because I think it was his sister's husband. And everybody was teasing him like, you ain't going to do nothing to him. You ain't going to do nothing to him. That's your, And like I said, okay, that's, family, whatever it is. For whatever game they played, he laced dude and took him out. They took him out on a stretcher. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, this is business. This is business first. And, hey, Lynch a Hall of Famer. When it comes to football and the type of money you talk, this business. Not these new guys. No, they got a friend. You willing to give up millions for a friend. And then as soon as both of you out the NFL or you out the NFL, you think he just finna be breaking his back to be with you. Jaden Daniels coming back off that broken arm, man, he just trying to have an NFL career after that. So now it says last year, Debo was listed in the same space to represent the 49ers receiving room, but it wouldn't have shocked to see Aiyuk's name initiated, basically. This year, things have ramped up, and Niners have voided the remaining guarantees in Aiyuk's contract. Basically, you ain't getting that money. You know what I'm saying? And are seemingly at a point where both sides have some interest in moving on. There have been belief around the league for some time that Aiyuk wants to play in Washington with Jaden Daniels, whom he played with at Arizona State before Daniels transferred to LSU, and he could get that chance if the Niners are willing to trade him. Well, we got that contract. The problem with Aiyuk is you want out. Debo's at the end of his contract, so we can just go. Aiyuk, we own you. The Commanders have to give us something. You got to remember, the Commanders is actually an old team. People say, well, they got Jaden Daniels. He was a rookie. He was. They put a hell of old pieces around him. Why do you think they got so far last year in the playoffs? They had a weak schedule. And they had a quarterback that a lot of people didn't have film on. This year, you see, because you got to remember, they're in the same division with the Super Bowl champions, which the Eagles. So this year, and they made to the NFC Championship. So this year, what they tell the Commanders, all right, you made to the NFC Championship, no problem. Give them one of the hardest schedules. Not only is might not make the playoffs, but the quarterback then got injured. Now remember, they put all old pieces around him, and you got a rookie quarterback. He's the one that got injured. That's not by accident. So now all the mobile and all the running and this, that, and the other, they could have kept with Mariota. But now, Aiyuk, this is where you want to go. Now, in football terms, when you go to playoffs and championships and everything else, those are all bonuses. You get those bonuses. And, when you catching the ball and everything else, the numbers go up. When your numbers and, it's incentives and bonuses and everything else. You better go talk to Debo. They ain't been getting the ball to Debo like that no more. They have not been getting the ball to Debo like that anymore. At the beginning of the season, it was like a big thing. He caught a couple of balls. He was running and everything else. Not no more. I know Debo looking in the window like, damn, I was just on the Niners and they was balling and I should have stayed with them. See, Debo, we had a little down year, and when Debo called himself choking the long snapper with Jake Moody and all the stuff he was going through and he was dropping the ball, he could have just waited. He could have just waited, you know what I'm saying? Because Pearsall was going to come back correct. Jennings was going to, everything was going to get back into place. He wanted to leave. We're going to leave then. Now you're on the outside looking in. And now remember, you're on an old team with the Commanders. So let me tell you something. When the money start getting funny over there, they're going to start cutting cats. He wasn't, Debo ain't no rookie over there. They're going to start cutting cats. And then he going to find himself in limbo. He going to keep finding himself in limbo. This was going to happen with Aiyuk. He going to happen with Aiyuk. You coming off a catastrophic injury. You had one big catch in the NFC Championship. You coming off a major injury. And now you want to go to Commanders because your friend is over there. Okay, we'll see what type of friends you got when you ain't in the league, when you can't play, when you over there. He your homie, but you think the coaching staff going to allow you to keep dropping passes and everything and being injured and the disrespect and everything they was dealing with? Look at Pickens with the Cowboys. If you watch that Cowboy game, CeeDee Lamb at the beginning was balling. And to me, it seemed like Pickens was getting mad because right after, Lamb went out, Pickens acted like he wasn't interested. That's why Pickens and that's why Richard Sherman said that about Pickens. And then Pickens gonna say, "Oh, why you talking mess and you wasn't no good without the Legion of Boom and everything else," not knowing that Richard Sherman's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He was like all decade and he was a baller. Richard Sherman was a lockdown motherfucker. But Pickens is mad because people start pointing out the truth. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you go to other teams. And Pickens was doing the same thing with the Steelers. That's why they got rid of him. He came over to the Cowboys. You got to remember, Lamb was down for a minute. So it was Pickens. Once Lamb got his feet back up under him, they start going to Lamb. Pickens start getting mad. You got two number ones on the team. Now Aiyuk want to go over there to the Commanders. Look, dude, it is not no guarantee that you're the same person. They don't even run the same offense. It's not even we seen right after the Super Bowl when we were playing. Remember, he kept dropping passes. And then he got injured. And then he wanted money. And then he kept doing all this crazy ass shit. You think they're gonna do that? They go through that with the Commanders? Debo over there sitting looking stupid because he's sitting on the bench and he really ain't getting no playing time. When he was a bona fide starter with the Niners. But see, you're going to get what you want. You literally going to get what you're asking for. I always tell people, remember Michael Crabtree. Remember Michael Crabtree when he left the Niners. He floated to the Raiders for a minute, and then after that, he was in the league, but he just kept floating around until he was gone. And he was just gone. Wasn't no big party, no farewell, no nothing. He was just gone. You think if Kittle leave, he just going to be gone? You crazy, man. You crazy. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? They too good and committed to the team. They got to give him exactly what. Let him go. We don't owe him no money, don't owe him nothing. But now, if we can get something of value for him, if we can fleece the Commanders out of one of their picks, out of a good pick for him, hey, I'll do it. We ain't getting nothing for him, no way. We ain't really gave up no draft picks, so the next draft gonna be nice. It's going to be nice from top to bottom. You feel me? I would just get rid of him. That's what I would do. You want to play over there? Good. It's because it's a headache. Even with all the fans, even with everybody, the Niner fans, it's a headache. This guy's a headache, man. Especially when you got cats like Pearsall. Kendrick Bourne been on the bench since Pearsall and Kittle then came back. Kendrick Bourne's still happy. He like, shit, I ain't even got to play and we winning. That's the type of player that you want on your team. See, but this cat, anyway, like I said, grass ain't always greener, but you got to show him. So let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.